Grab your glass and pull up a chair. It's time for your favorite girls' night in.
Welcome to Pouring in Parenting. We're your besties, Sil and Inish.
We're here to laugh through the chaos. Hello, Pourers. Let's start the show.
Welcome to Pouring in Parenting. I'm Sil,
And I'm Inish.
and today we are going to be doing a deep dive into Mother's Day. But before we do that, Inish, how's it going?
It's going great. Happy Mother's Day, Mama.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to you too. And for those of you who cannot see us, which is most of you, we are actually in our PJs because why not? We are celebrating Mother's Day. We are relaxed on our comfy seats and we are drinking what? Anish, what are you drinking?
Yes, keeping it comfy and cute. I am drinking a margarita, just a classic lime margarita on the rocks, tahine rim. Yummy.
Oh my gosh, we are almost samesies. So
What are you drinking?
I am drinking a vodka Rita. So I
Mm.
have a vodka watermelon mixed margarita with tahine on the rim. Yum.
Mm. Hey, Quincy.
Yeah, all right,
Hey.
cheers.
Cheers. Yummy.
So good, especially with tahine. I almost didn't put tahine. I was being
That's
lazy.
crazy. That's
I was being so
crazy.
lazy. And I was like, you know what? Let me just do it. And I'm so glad I
Yes.
did.
Yay. And real quick, you said that they can't see us, but you can see us, ladies and gentlemen, if you follow us on Instagram or TikTok. Go follow us. Go find us, Pouring and Parenting.
And you can see our PJs. Ooh, so cute.
Yay.
All right. So, like I said, we are diving into the third most popular holiday in the world, Mother's Day. Doesn't it feel so good? We are part of the third most popular
Top
holiday in
3.
the entire world. We will be
Yeah.
discussing the history of Mother's Day, gifts, gifting do's and don'ts, and our own mothers and Mother's Day dilemmas. So, let's go
Yay.
ahead and get started. So, little bit of the history of Mother's Day for those of you who didn't know. Mother's Day has roots that go back before its official founding. So in the late 1800s, Anne Reeves Jarvis created mothers' work clubs to improve childcare and later organized events to bring families together after the Civil War. Around the same time, Julia Ward Howe promoted a Mother's Day proclamation calling for peace. The holiday, as we know, was established in 1908 by Anna Jarvis, the daughter of Anne Reeves Jarvis, who honored her late mother by organizing the first official celebration. It became a national holiday in 1914 when President Woodrow Wilson declared the second Sunday in May as Mother's Day. Ironically, Anna Jarvis later became frustrated with how commercialized the holiday became and spent much of her later life trying to have it removed from the calendar and restore it to its original, more personal meaning.
Aw.
Yikes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I read that. I'm like, oh, that kind of sucks. Like,
Yeah.
because it is so commercialized. It's all about, oh, the cards and the candies and the flowers and the dining out. And it gives, where's the personalization of it? It doesn't have to be so big.
Yeah, it's definitely very big. And the fact that she wanted to keep it in the roots of where it originated from was sweet. But and then you feel bad for Woodrow for I'm doing here comes a man trying to do a good deed, and
Right.
she's like, let's tone it back a little bit. That's not
Yeah.
why I did it. But thank you, sir. I
Capitalism
guess.
at its finest.
Oh.
They saw the opportunity. It wasn't the president, I don't think, he just made it a holiday, but it's those
Right.
companies who saw the opportunity. Hallmark.
Yeah, capitalizing off of it, yeah. Oh, okay, well, let's talk about some fun facts for Mother's Day. Over 35 billion is spent on Mother's Day, typically on flowers, cards, and dining out. It's also the busiest day for restaurants. We know firsthand when I used to wait tables.
Mhm.
Mother's Day is also the top phone call day. More calls are actually made on Mother's Day than any other day of the year, usually causing a 37% spike in traffic as far as phone calls go.
Call your mama.
Okay. Carnations are the official Mother's Day flower. You give colored carnations to signify a mother's living. White carnations are to signify that she has passed away,
Right,
in
there you
case you
go.
didn't know that. Fun fact.
Yeah, I didn't know that they were the official flower. I feel like so many people just give out roses all willy-nilly, But
Yes.
clearly, Mother's Day is carnations, and make sure they are colorful if your mother is still alive.
Yes. That's crazy. I feel like when we worked at the restaurant we worked at, I feel like we used to give out carnations. I don't know why I remember that, but I feel like I just remember giving out carnations specifically.
Did you bring them from home?
Oh, ain't nobody got time to be buying carnations. No, seriously,
What the heck? I don't remember.
where we worked at, I'm almost certain that they would give out carnations. Not even I don't feel like I'm making that up. The fact that it's in my memory bank and it just got unlocked right now. So yes, we'll fact check that later between you and
Yeah.
I. Mhm.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. So, with Mother's Day comes gift giving. Now, this could be a time of fun. I can't wait to see what I'm going to get, to also stress, like, what the heck do I get someone who has it all, AKA our mothers? So,
Seriously.
first, let's see. Inish, have you told your husband what you want for Mother's Day?
Yes.
Can we know what that is?
Sure. No, this isn't something that I've always done, but again, we've known each other for years. If you've been hanging tight with us for all of these episodes and stay through from beginning to the end of the episode, you know that my husband and I have been married for a minute and we're learning each other. I learned to be vocal. I don't need you to come home with something that and I don't want to sound ungrateful, but don't waste your money if I don't want it. So yes, I'm very vocal. What I want this year and Sil and I, you've talked about a couple of things. You and I have spoken about a couple of things that I wanted to receive this year. I feel like I need a little bit more jewelry on my hand. I have my wedding band. That's the only ring that I wear. So one thing, and now that I'm thinking about it and saying this out loud, I don't know if I told him this, but one thing that I do want, if you're listening, sir, is just some real gold, specifically rings that are cute and that I can wear on a daily basis. Another gift that I thought would be great for Mother's Day and even from the kids is perfume. Everyone needs perfume. We want to smell good out there. And I think that's really like perfume, jewelry, and he honestly does a really good job. Last year, he got gifts that my oldest son drew up, and that's priceless, right? Your kid paints you a picture, and that's priceless. So I'm not too picky. Facials, my husband's given me facials in the past. That's easy peasy. Flowers. So, but the specific things I did say was perfume and apparently not jewelry, 'cause now that I'm saying it out loud, I don't think I told him, so is
Right
there
now,
time?
tell him right now.
Is there time
Let me
left?
text him. I'm gonna text him. I
Right.
know what else Inish
Text
wants.
her right now. What about you, Sil? Have you told your hubby what you want?
Yes. So I have told him what I wanted. It didn't go as planned. So what I want, and I'm a brat. Let me just tell you that right now. I know I'm a brat, but hey, this is who I am, and I accept it.
As
But
should he.
right, he married me. He knew what he was getting himself into. I think. What I told him I wanted is the Ninja Flex Flame Outdoor 5-in-1 cooking system with grill cover.
Damn.
Yes, that is what I want. Now, it is right now at Costco for $899.97.
Double damn.
I know it's a lot. But mind you, we have had our grill for almost 10 years. Okay, I think that's like a good enough amount of time to have a grill and then toss it out. And this does so much stuff. Like I could just do so many activities with this grill.
Activities,
I
okay.
am trying to become a grill master, and I
Mhm.
can't do that with my current situation.
Does it have a flat
So
grill too?
it has it all. Yeah, grill, smoke, roast, all sorts of. I mean, you can make pizza in it. Like literally, I could just cook outside every day if I wanted to. Like I can make it all. And
Yes.
who's going to benefit from this? He is.
Mhm.
So why not? Why the freak not? So when I told him what I wanted, and he looked it up, that's the first thing he did. He laughed and told me I was crazy. So then I rebutted, thinking I knew what
Mm.
I was doing. And I said, okay, fine. I know what to get you for Father's Day then. He was not having it. He was like, I will take it back. Don't you dare, blah, blah, blah. But this morning, just this morning, and I needed ammo for today's episode, and here it is. Just this morning, I was scrolling through Instagram and I seen this video where it's like reminder Mother's Day is coming up, blah, blah, blah. And this is how long an epidural needle is. And it is like, what, 6, 7, maybe 8 inches long. It is
Mm.
so long. And I was like, "You know what? How dare he tell me that he is not gonna get me the Ninja flame throwing grill, whatever I called it, 5 in 1 thing. I deserve that."
Absolutely.
I went through hell and back with my first child, damn near almost died, went through a very stressful second pregnancy because I was
Mhm.
high risk. All the needles up in my back, in my hand, in my arm, all sorts of stuff going on. How dare you? So, unfortunately for him, he was right outside the restroom door when I opened it, and I just went in on him.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that just tipped him over to get what I want. I will keep
Yes.
you posted.
You know what? Please keep us posted. And I just, as you were talking about this right now, I can't believe I forgot. I did ask him to get me something else.
Yeah, what?
Tickets to see Chris Brown and Usher. The tickets are out, and I just recently asked him. I don't know why that slipped my mind. I guess I didn't necessarily ask him for Mother's Day, but it was just a request that I made because the tickets are pre-sale at the moment,
Mm,
and they're not necessarily on sale. Oh, they're available, and I asked him, but it wasn't specifically for Mother's Day because I requested the perfume weeks ago.
right.
I did ask him for some Chris Brown and Usher tickets, so fingers crossed, queen.
Right.
Fingers
I
crossed.
know.
Fingers crossed. The hottest ticket and the hottest grill out
Right?
in 2026. The hottest ticket and the hottest grill
It's gonna
out
be
right now.
smoking.
You should come with oh my gosh, you wanna see them? Do you wanna go? Ask him
But
for that.
I really do wanna see Bruno Mars more, though. Like, if
Oh,
I had to choose,
okay.
I would go to Bruno Mars.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. So, now that we got the gifts out the way, what is your ideal Mother's Day? In a perfect world, what would your ideal Mother's Day be?
I feel my perfect Mother's Day would be I wake up in the morning on my own with breakfast made or purchased. I don't mind. I'm a really big breakfast sandwich girly or burrito. So if they make me a nice breakfast burrito, it's already on the table with a bouquet of flowers and a gift card to get a massage and a facial that offers mimosas. And
Oh,
if they don't
yeah.
offer mimosas, I go and do that. So I eat my breakfast, I get my facial, I get my massage, and then I go home and the kids greet me. But then he's like, "Oh," at that point, because I haven't seen them all day yet, right? They just barely greeted me at like 2 in the afternoon. And then my husband's like, "Oh, here's the second half of your gift." And I meet all my girlfriends at a karaoke bar or something, and even a bar for a afternoon brunch or something, and but there's mimosas there, or there's just drinks there, in a hotel that I can sleep in by myself, nobody there, just me by myself, and I got dropped off or picked up, I don't care, I just didn't drive anywhere today, and and then I get to sleep again by myself. That's
Yeah.
it. That's perfect. A facial, drinks, friends, a kid for a minute or 2, and then I'm gone. That's it.
Yeah. Oh my
That's it.
gosh, that sounds like a dream. I was, like, picturing everything, like, so
Like, yeah,
good.
that's all I want. 1 day a year, right? That's it. What about you? Same? No.
Same, honestly, the only thing I was thinking, like, "Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, get a Uber," and then you said, yeah, not driving anywhere.
Yeah.
You still see the kids for a bit. I think I would love to wake up, and I wouldn't mind them being there, but, like, I would want them all, like, already dressed and then just, like, being on their very best behavior and, just, like, giving me a bunch of love and, like, leaving me
Mm,
alone.
mhm,
I'm not like, I'm not big on breakfast, but, I mean, if he made me some, like, homemade chilaquiles, woo, that would be delicious with some coffee. Yeah,
mhm.
and then maybe take, like, a nice nap after,
Oh,
and then, yeah, then, like, wake up and, yeah, go get, like, a pedicure or actually what I really want, and I don't know if you've seen it, they have these, like, head spas type thing where, like, you lay down and they have this, like, type of contraption that, like, sprays water on your hair, and, like, it just looks so like, it just looks like it's everything you need in your life.
yes.
It's just shooting down on your hair, and then they just, like, give you, like, this scalp massage as they just do all this stuff to your scalp, and it just sounds so good. And to
Yeah.
do that and just be so, like, rejuvenated, or maybe even to go to, like, what is it, like, Glen Ivy or something like, that would be, like, just
Yes.
such a
Spa day.
relaxing day. Yes. And then, yeah, maybe, like, FaceTime with the kids for a little bit, because it's still Mother's Day, I'm still a
Right.
mother. But then, yeah, like, mimosas and friends, girlfriend, whatever, whoever, any woman, mama, or whoever's around,
Yes.
just have a good, relaxing time where I don't really have to lift a finger or drive. And then,
Yes.
yeah,
Or
and at the
think.
end of the day, come home, everyone's already in bed.
Yeah.
Just go give them kiss goodnight,
Right.
go to sleep, and just dream of that wonderful day I just had.
Over and over again.
Yes.
Yes. Just peace, quiet, no mamas.
Yeah, I know. I know. I mean, God bless them. But,
Yes.
like, really, can you just not can you forget me for, like, a second?
Just a few hours. Just a few hours. We love
Not
you.
even a whole 24 hours because 'cause we're sleeping for most of it.
Seriously. Like half the day. Give me 12 hours. Oh,
So, do
without
you think that we're wrong for not wanting to fully be engulfed in our kiddos on Mother's Day?
absolutely not. I feel if you are a mom and you're actively engaging in your children, you deserve a break. Whatever your situation is, whatever the circumstances are, we are the nurturers, and the kids automatically cling to the moms. It's their genetic making. I'm clinging to my mom for nurture and care because that's what it is. And if you wanna have that one day out of the year, that leaves the other 364 days to cling to me like a spider monkey, then do that, but here I'm asking for 1 day, and there's a lot of working mamas out there that maybe want the opposite of what we're saying, and they could be career women, and there's lawyers out there that work, and whatever your career choice may be, that you work the most hours outside of you and your husband, and perhaps you're the breadwinner and you're listening to us and saying, "Oh, well, I want the opposite of that." We respect that too.
As
By
long as you respect our
yes,
point of view too.
as long as you respect our point of view too. But considering who we are and where we are in our family dynamic, I don't feel guilty for saying that out loud and proud. Give me 1 day. And our husbands, and not to say that, "Oh, well, find you a better man that'll do that," 'cause there's gonna be some haters out there listening like, "Oh, your man don't do that." We are in the positions that we're in because we want to be. We're happy, and this is making the wheels turn, and we're doing it we're exactly where we want to be. But the fact that there's a designated day on a God-given Sunday,
Mhm.
and let that be the Lord's day. If I can, I would do that.
God chose us women to bear the children.
Yes. So, no, I don't feel guilty at all. I don't think anyone should feel guilty for wanting that one day to do that. What about
Right.
you? I feel like you don't, okay?
I mean, I don't think it's wrong, but I always have a sense that, there's always those people out there, and I know I shouldn't care what other people think, but there's always those like really like proud moms, that are, I just feel like are really just stubborn inside. But they're like, oh no, like it's Mother's Day. They made me a mother. I'm going to be with my babies and blah, blah, blah. And I can't breathe without them. They just look down on us who are like, I just want a spa day and have some drinks and be with my girls. And that's it. Or even like be with my husband too, but someone's got to watch the kids. So,
I don't even wanna be around him, quite frankly. And no shade, I love that man down. "Sir, a good day. You and the
yes, don't
boys.
ask me
Have a
for
good time.
anything.
Get out of here." We have our anniversary, we have other days that we can hang out. Wendy Williams, who I admire and look up to, she would always talk about Mother's Day, and that's all she wanted. She wanted her space and her privacy. Not to say that you need to look up to her by any means, nor is she my reason to say that, but there's just a celebrity out there who agrees with me too, for us.
Okay. All right. So, as I was doing some research for Mother's Day, I came across something that I didn't know existed. There is an actual Costco guide to Mother's Day gifting. And it's a YouTuber. She goes by Gina's Shopping Life. And I just wrote down some of the things that I saw. It was like a 27-minute video. So I definitely did a lot of quick scrolling or fast forwarding. But here's the things you can get at Costco that seem like decent ideas. So first, a gift card to C's Candy. And so, if you want some good chocolate, some, quality candy, you can get a $50 gift card for $40.
Okay.
I
Oh,
like that.
saving $10. Yeah.
Right,
Nice.
yeah. So, even if it's for, maybe not directly like your mother, but maybe like an auntie or grandma or, just someone that you see as a mother figure, you know, there you go. I think it's two $25 gift cards actually. Not just one gift
Mhm.
card. I think it was two for $40, which
For
was
40
cool.
bucks. Nice.
There was this other thing that I thought that was pretty cool, and I think you would like it. It was a little pricey though. It's a skylight calendar touchscreen. So it's kind of like a big old tablet, but it's a calendar. And I thought of and I thought of your son as well because you guys are so organized. It's
So
$290.
I know
It's a lot.
exactly what you're talking about. I don't wanna get I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go
Finish.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a good size. You can hang it on the wall, and you're
Mm-hmm.
so right. I seen it. I didn't request it because you're right. It is a little pricey, and my son and I are used to using our markers and our dry erase markers to go, cross the dates off and everything. So I did see that. It looks so cool. I know 100% what you're speaking about. Do I want one in the future? Yes. But I will say that if you have a large family, I do feel that that would probably be a good investment because you can type it in instead of writing and erasing and rewriting because you can just type it in and have the reoccurring dates go, so you don't have because I have to rewrite everything every week. Again, not a big deal, but we have it's a small family, but if you have a bigger family, then
Yeah.
100%.
Or even if your kids are like a little bit older, because yours is still, they're fairly young. But
Mhm.
when, both kids are older and they both have so much going on, I believe there's an app that you can download and it'll like sync to your calendar. So you just type in your things, or everyone can type in their things, and there it is. Am I selling it? Costco here. I need some commission. Something they had was jewelry. I know you talked about jewelry. They
Mhm.
actually had some pretty pieces. And they range in prices. There was something also called the Carver Stone Collection. It was like a digital photo frame. I didn't get the price on that for some reason. But that was also pretty cool. And I know like for you, because you don't print out pictures like you should. But it's a digital camera where it's like you connect it to Wi-Fi and you can just upload all your pictures there. There you go.
Okay. I like
So,
that.
you know, okay. Then of course there's blenders like the Ninja blenders, the single serve ones for your smoothies, coffee makers. You go from like just like a regular Keurig to like the latte makers if you need it. Okay, like I don't get me a blender unless I'm asking, unless mine broke. Same thing with a coffee maker. Please get me a coffee maker if mine breaks. But if not, no thank you.
Mhm.
What I saw on there that I thought was not ain't something that most moms would want, candles. I have more than enough candles. I don't need candles for Mother's Day.
I
Kitchen
don't use
accessories.
candles. Yeah.
Kitchen accessories such as like a Lazy Susan, Tupperware. Don't get me a Lazy Susan or Tupperware. Like this isn't a bridal shower. No, thank you to that. And then decorative plants as well. Faux plants. No, no, thank you. Now, what I did think was a good idea is, and it's not just necessarily flowers. Like I'm okay not getting a bouquet of flowers if you get me a potted plant because there's like like the orchids, like some nice plants that already come in pots. But plants that are not rooted and are going to die right away, save your money because actually the potted plants are a lot less expensive than the bouquet of flowers that don't last as long. They had these beautiful orchids that are in a pot and they were about 20 some dollars. But on Mother's Day, the prices of flowers are inflated. A nice bouquet of flowers and the cost you like roughly about $40. So,
Yeah.
there's that to think about. Anish, anything that I said that you don't agree with?
I don't want candles. I don't want fake plants or artificial plants.
What about a lazy Susan?
I don't know what a lazy Susan is. You said that. And what's a lazy Susan?
So, lazy Susan is basically think about like a dish that can rotate. So, you can put like a few dishes on it and like rotate it.
That's cute. I don't host enough, I guess, for that. So I don't I don't need a lazy Susan. So a real plant would be great. I'm all about plant life. Right now, I don't have any real plants. That's something I've been looking to invest in and become a plant mom.
Hey, I love that for you.
But if it anything, ask questions. For the person that has everything, ask them, "What would you like?"
Mhm.
It's so few words, and they'll give you an answer back. And if they don't give you an answer back, then give them a hug. Send them flowers.
Yeah,
But don't try to guess if you don't need to guess, because there is no harm in asking a question. I feel we were all taught that in grade school to ask the question.
ask
So,
questions.
a lot of the things you said that I'm not anti against everything you said, but the lazy Susan, no, and the artificial plants, no. Candles, no thank you. A real plant, yes.
Okay.
That's where I'm at with that.
Alright, so I did look up one more place. It was Yahoo Shopping that gave me information. So let's go over some of these really quickly. There was one that's called a Fresh Paper Peony Paradise pop-up card. And it's this big ol' like, almost, like, realistic size bouquet of flowers, but they're fake. They're made out of paper. It comes with a card, but the idea is that they'll last a long time. All I know is that they're gonna collect dust and I can't wipe it off. So, thank you to that. Another one, which I was like kind of on the fence about, was an Unbox Me Tea Lover's Gift Basket. So basically, it just didn't seem very personal, but I'm assuming maybe for someone who needs to send a gift to someone who's maybe like out of state or, just that they're not going to see, maybe this would be something ideal. And it comes with socks, tea, honey, cinnamon, and a mug. I mean, it was cute. I don't know. This one I put no. I don't know who came up with this list. A ceramic petite tomato croquet. It was just a ceramic dish basically that looked like a tomato. I just can't imagine the face I would make if someone handed that to me for Mother's Day. Like, you shouldn't have, really.
What if they love
I mean, I
tomatoes?
appreciate things. Then they wrote laundry basket. I will literally throw the basket back at you. Now, if it's filled with like champagne, if it's filled with stuff like I'm gonna
Mm.
use, okay, cool. Okay, if that's like what you're using to carry the gift.
That's a good thing to keep in mind, though. That's a really great idea if you want to give your partner a gift that's more domestic, like a laundry basket or a dish rack. Fill it up with things that they like. With because I mean, obviously, a dish rack isn't excuse me. A dish rack isn't ideal, nor is a hamper, but you fill it with champagne, their favorite snacks. I'm here for it.
Okay, so it has to be like a multi-purpose double meaning type thing in order for me to get with it because when I looked at literally just a laundry basket. I was like, oh, people actually hate their mothers and give them stuff still.
Hmm, but you're gonna fill it with stuff.
But yes, that way, okay, makes sense. I mean, I'm sure laundry baskets need to be replaced. There's that. Now, here is one that made me think of you.
Me.
So, this is called a Sephora Favorite Mother's Day Perfume Sampler Gift Set. It comes with a voucher that you could redeem for a full size bottle. So, basically, it's a box that has 7 different perfumes, and it's not just those little tiny samples, they're like decent sized samples. And it comes with bottles such as Carolina Herrera, Gucci, Burberry, Marc Jacobs, and a few other ones. And, you figure out which one that you really like out of those, and you take a voucher to Sephora or wherever the box came from, and they will give you a full size bottle of that. I thought that was pretty cool, especially if you are still trying to find your scent or like a new scent
Yes.
for the season. There you go. I
Yes.
mean, they're like brand name perfumes. It's not just like random stuff. So
Yes,
yeah.
I love that. I love being able to pick out the scent that I like. So, yeah, I think
Right.
that's great.
Yeah, me too. So, yeah, there's the end of our list. And, obviously, people have different tastes in gifts and, what they want. If someone says they don't want anything, it's a trap. Please still get them something.
Especially if
Okay.
it's your wife.
Yes. If your wife tells you, oh, I don't want anything, don't fall for it. Okay.
Check your text messages because she told you already.
Right? Yeah. Okay. I mean, shoot, you know what I would take, and I just thought about this right now. I would be totally okay if my husband hired a cleaning lady just to like deep clean the whole house.
Mhm.
I would be thrilled by that.
Yes, I'm here for that. Don't be afraid to share that with your partner. Share that with your spouse. Share that with your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Mother's Day is coming up. Let them know what you want and or need for help.
Mhm.
And don't be
Yeah.
shy to ask for it or write it down on a Post-it and just stick it on their shoe, on the
Shoe,
driver's
wallet, coffee mug.
the window of their car, wherever. I don't think it's wrong to ask for what you desire, especially if they're not hitting the mark. And you're grateful, but they may not be hitting the mark, so don't be afraid to ask.
Mhm. There you go. All right. Now, Anish, let's talk about your mama real quick.
Hey, whoa, slow down.
Okay.
Talk about your
So,
mama.
my mama, okay, she's a saint. Okay, but so do you cook like your mom does?
No, she's better than me. Next question. No.
I see. You're
She
playing it
she
smart.
definitely no, she does. She definitely cooks better than me.
Okay. But do you cook like her though? Like not necessarily like
Flavor.
the same level, but like do you cook the same type of foods?
Oh, okay.
Do you have like the same type vibes,
Like the menu.
culinary? Yeah.
This so certain dishes, as far as me saying that she cooks better or do I cook like her, there are definitely, like, dessert dishes that she cooks, and I just can't match her profile, her flavor profile. But as far as the menu goes and what I'm preparing for the household, yes and no. My husband is of African descent, so I have picked up 1 or 2 dishes from my mother-in-law just to make my hubby feel like he's at home. And outside of that, I do cook more outside of the box than from what I can remember than my mom did. We had s and maybe that's just my memory too, that I remember her cooking certain dishes, but I feel that my palate is a little bit more extended than she presented to me as a child.
I see what you mean. Okay. All
Does that
right.
answer your question?
It does.
Okay.
Now, when you and your mom are in the kitchen together cooking, okay, what is that like? Is it a fun time? Is it a scary time for you?
Honestly, it's amazing. My mother and I in the kitchen is a good time. My mother appreciates that I've taken the lantern. What do they do with the Olympics? They be passing the
Baton?
baton. That's embarrassing. I used to run track. My mother
Well,
appreciates,
you wanted to be in the Olympics.
and that's why I didn't make it. Cause bitch, what? The what? The lantern,
You
bitch.
passing
The
lantern.
lantern.
Here's your
We're in the
lantern, sir.
1800s. Yes, am I in the 1800s? Why did I say
Make sure the fire
lantern?
don't blow out as you're running.
The lantern was crazy. That was crazy. I'm behind my time, I'm born earlier than I should have, like, what? The lantern is crazy. The baton. My mother has passed me the baton. We actually work really well together in the kitchen, my mother and I. She's very proud of me for taking on the reins of cooking and being happy with cooking. I have a really good relationship when it comes to cooking. I love to cook. You can find me on TikTok if you wanna get out there and search. And yeah, so no, there is no spatial situation when we're both in the kitchen together. I'm not kicking her out. She definitely doesn't kick me out. So whenever I go home, I cook the whole time that I'm home. At least
Mhm,
90% of the time. She'll cook a couple of meals that I ask her to cook that she just does better than me, and I can't figure it out what she's doing. But that keeps me coming home, right? That keeps you going back home. And honestly, I don't
mhm.
wanna know all the secrets. I wanna have that moment to go home because I know that's mom's cooking.
Yeah.
But outside of that, whenever I go home to visit, she's cooking, the hubby's eating, the kids are eating, and it's warm and cozy. So that's
Okay.
that. What about you? Can I ask you? Can I
Yeah.
turn that around?
So I do cook a lot. I don't necessarily cook like my mom does. Coming home there, she was always making just authentic Mexican food all of the time.
Mhm.
And there was a lot of spice and a lot of sauces that went with it, a lot of refried stuff. And now looking back, it's not the healthiest. And I do try to cook on the healthier side, especially for my kiddos. And mind you, they were home cooked meals, and she was, there she can cook amazing. So
And
no
can.
way, yes, there's no way I'm like putting down what she did. I just, trying to put some new habits into my family.
Yes.
I don't do as much sauces, and I was at one point, like, everything had, like, butter or heavy cream or whatever.
Mm,
I try not to do that so much anymore, but I think I'm a good cook. My mom's a really great cook. But I learned a lot from her. Now when we're both in the kitchen, it's another story.
okay.
And the thing is that she's so much like her mother, my grandma.
Mm,
My grandma's old school. Like, she don't like canned stuff. Like, you don't do canned tomato sauce when you're around
okay.
grandma. I call her Yaya. You don't do canned stuff with her. Her tomato sauce is fresh made. Like,
I
don't you
love
dare.
it. Okay.
But I started using canned tomato sauce because my mom showed me how to cook rice with canned tomato sauce. But yeah, so like my mom already like it's like, oh yeah, like when my mom's around, she's gonna give me crap for, what I use. And then my mom, she's kind of the same way with me when I'm making something. Oh, well, why don't you do this way? Or why don't you do it this way? I'm like, mm, actually, I like the way I do it. But thank you. And you kind of get those like, well, just do it because I'm here type things. But nope, I will stand my ground. But I mean, it's a good time, but we do have that banter that, well, maybe you should do it this way. And well, maybe you should do this way, type stuff. But it is fun. We made tamales for Christmas Eve. And we did talk about it in one of the episodes. And like, that was fun because it wasn't just her
Yeah.
and I either. It was like my cousin, my nieces, and, we're learning from her and we're all just kind of like together and, we're just like talking and having a good time. So I think that's what it's about, is making those memories. So
Yes.
it might, be a little stressful sometimes, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yes. So both ends of the spectrum. It's chill on my side and maybe a little more stressful on your side, but at the end of the day, we're making memories.
Yes, it's all love. It's all love.
Yes, it's all love.
Yeah. Is there one thing that you remember about your mother growing up?
Yes. So my mother was in the working field and we would typically get home before she did. My siblings and I would get home and we had chores that we had to do, but whenever my mom came home, it was about business. She was cooking, she took charge, and whatever wasn't getting done, she made sure it was getting done. But she was always in mom mode and out of work mode. So she would come home cooking. If dinner wasn't prepared yet. My dad only knew how to make a couple of things. Hot dogs and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches were his specialty. But I was raised in the era of make sure you take this meat out the freezer.
Mm.
And I had to take the meat out the freezer to
Those
make
were
sure it was
scary
thawed out.
times,
I got to remember to do it. And
right?
so those were the times that my brothers and I lived in that we had to take the meat out to thaw it out. And it's imperative to do that now as an adult, as a parent. Take the meat out. It takes time to thaw out.
Now you get it, right?
I 100% get it.
You're messing up dinner if you didn't take the meat out.
Right?
Hey, a mother's job is never done.
It's never done. What
We
about
know
you?
that now. One thing I do remember about my mother growing up is like walking into the house. No matter what time of day it was, honestly, it smelled like food in there. If she was making salsa, we were choking. We were literally just choking because she would be roasting the chiles and you could not breathe in that house for like a good 30 minutes. That, or she loves to like cook her tortillas like directly on the stovetop
Mm,
to where they get like a nice char and the house smells like burnt tortillas. But I mean, she loves them like that, So it always smelled like that, or like some type of fried beans. At the house just always smelled like food. So that's
that
something
food.
that I always remember about my mom is that there, we were either choking on chiles or inhaling some burnt
More
tortillas.
tortillas.
There's always some type of food aroma in the house.
I love
But
that.
that is home. And funny is that when she comes over sometimes, like she would bring my son home and I would get home like maybe a half hour later. And there would be times where she would make herself like a avocado taco or whatever. And I come in my house and it smells like freaking burnt tortillas. I'm like, oh my God.
Not her in the kitchen.
But
Not her in my kitchen.
right, right. Not up in here. But yeah, I instantly just takes me back to like my childhood and just being at home and just those typical Mexican house smells, I guess you could say. What is one thing that you do that reminds me of your mother. So, there's always that thing like, oh, that you think about, like, oh, great, I'm acting like my mother, like, oh, I don't want to be like this, or whatever the case is. It doesn't have to be negative, but just one of those things that you catch yourself like, yep, I'm turning into my mother. All right. So moving on, we are at our Sing to Me segment. So if you have been following along, it's kind of been a roller coaster these last few episodes with Inish all of a sudden starting to win, me starting to lose. Like it's a lot. But anyways, the way it goes is I will ask Inish a question regarding song lyrics. She needs to get it correctly, but she also needs to sing it back to me. Then she'll ask me a question and I will sing it the correct answer back to her. We just kind of go back and forth. All right. So, Anish, are you ready?
Sure. All day, every day. Sing
Okay, I
to
hope
me. Oh,
so. Okay. In 1 Minute Man, Missy Elliott says it's been a long time. How long has it been?
1 minute.
Think about it.
Break me off. Show me what you got. Cause I don't want no one. That's all I know.
Yeah, it sounds like that's all you know.
I don't want a 1 minute man. I don't know. It's been 8 minutes, 10 minutes. It's been 12 years. It's been 2 months. It's been 1 month. It's been 1 month. How long has it been? It's been 1 month. I don't know. I don't know.
So once again, it says it's been a long
Mhm.
time. Boy, it's been a long time. Crazy long time. Crazy long time.
Okay, that's fair.
And I don't want no minute man.
Okay, so you got me on that one. Who was the second verse dedicated to in Lauren Hill's That Thing? Who was the second verse dedicated to in Lauren Hill's That Thing?
One with the Tims and his women. But there's something I'm missing, like that
Do
first
you
part.
know the answer?
Dedicated to the men in his Tims with and the rims with his women, something like that. Dedicated to the men
Yes,
in his Tims. The second verse dedicated to the men in their Tims.
that is correct. The second verse was dedicated to the men.
Yay. Okay. Oh
So,
man,
yeah.
I kept thinking when you first said dedicated, I was thinking of there's this oldie song that starts like, "This is dedicated to the one I love." And I couldn't get that song stuck out of my head. Yeah, it's like a weird, I don't know. The second verse dedicated. Yeah, I don't know. All right, back to you. In One Sweet Day by Mariah Carey and Boys to Men, what do they take for granted?
I don't know. I can't think of how I mean, I know the song, but I can't think of how it goes, actually. And that's the problem. I can't think of how the song goes. One sweet day, one sweet day. I know it's not it,
Oh,
but
no, it's not.
I don't know. I'm not gonna waste your time. I don't know.
Take your presents for granted, but I always can. And I miss the love we shared. And I know you smile down on me from heaven.
Oh, okay, there it is. Okay. Had to catch the beat. So since Usher and Chris Brown are trending, and they will be trending for a minute, here's a song from one of Usher's catalogs. In Lovers and Friends, featuring Ludacris and Usher, Ludacris states, "You're all grown up like who?"
Like Rudy Huxtable.
How does it go?
Different. Shoot, I don't know. Y'all like Rudy Huxtable. Dang. You know I'm right. But let's see.
Sing it to me.
And tell me again.
Me again.
Can we be lovers and friends? I can't think of how Ludacris part sounds though.
And I can't give you a full point.
My gosh.
You gotta sing to me.
I know. Like Rudy Huxtable. You're all grown up now, like Rudy Huxtable. I want to be my lover and friend.
Wow. I don't like what just happened right now. And I don't like how you're talking to me, actually. I don't like that voice.
I sang to you. I sang it to you.
That wasn't right, though. I don't like
Okay. So the words were correct, but now sing it to me. Tell me how it goes.
well, I don't know how it goes either. Used to play sometimes wanna be your lover, sometimes wanna be your friend, sometimes wanna hug you, hold hands, so dance while the record spins. Open up your heart 'cause you said I made you feel so comfortable. Used to play back then, now you're all grown up like Rudy Huxtable.
Did you really want me to sing it like that? What a creep.
Yes. Ludacris Ludacris script us out. So you get a half a point.
Okay.
The
Well,
lyrics
better half a point than no point.
whatever. I'm giving no points. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I lost again.
Okay, one day, and we just gotta throw some good vibes our way because sweet mother of pearl.
Yeah, I don't mind. I still show up with a smile on
It's
my face.
said like a true non-winning person. Okay. All right. So now going back into our Mother's Day portion of the episode, we are going to talk about the Mother's Day dilemma. So, Mother's Day is meant to be celebrated by all mothers, but what happens when there's too many mothers in your circle? So, which mothers end up getting celebrated? Who should your husband prioritize? And if you have kids that are grown and have their own children, who should they prioritize? So, Anish, what do you think? Now, yes, all mothers should be celebrated, but there comes a point where you're choosing between yourself as a mother, your mother, possibly grandmother, then you have your mother in law, and possibly a grandma on that side as well, maybe like her mother. Who do you think deserves the most celebration?
I don't feel that there should be a battle between the mothers and a showdown. If you if you play your cards right, do that. Play your cards right. It's easy for me because we live in a different state from both mothers, my mother and my husband's mother. And if we lived in the same state, all of us, if anything, I am planning out separate dates. I'm planning a spa day for mothers every year. So mom and grandma can, mother and daughter, which is mom and grandma, can spend this a spa day together, and I can spend time with my wife, and all the mother and mother-in-laws are at a spa day together, for instance, if I were the man. If I were the man. But
Okay.
so because I feel that that would be a great direction to go as opposed to having an argument with my spouse or me having an argument with my husband or my boyfriend, my man, my partner, trying to figure that out. Because who wants to figure that out? Everyone wants to feel important on that day. But if we make that very clear, communication is the key. At the end of the day, communication with your partner, your group, your circle, your village is going to make your life so much smoother, but people choose not to communicate. Again, my circumstance is I won't say completely different because I'm sure that some of the listeners out there may not live near their in-laws or their parents. My husband and I we all we got.
Right.
So it's
So
easy.
yes, go ahead.
Yeah, no. So I'll wrap this up. Ultimately, for me and my household, it's easy because all my husband and my kids have to do is celebrate me because both of our parents live in completely different states. So it's easy peasy. I send my mom something and my mother-in-law gifts. We just send them gifts. We're not present. Figure it out. We're not traveling to you for this day, and it works out. And again, in my head, communicate and figure it out. So you tell
Okay.
me because it's different for you.
It sure is. It sure is. And I would consider you in this case right here lucky that you're not being split in so many different directions because everyone's in different directions literally. However, and this was just brought up not that long ago at a family event about Mother's Day and like what are we going to do blah blah blah. Like when is it time for us, and I guess we're like the younger moms in the family. Like, when is it be time for us to actually really do what we want for Mother's Day? Because we're still very blessed to have our mothers, and it's wonderful. But it's like, yes, I want to make you feel special, but I also want to feel special. And then, like in my case, my mom still has her mom. This year, my Mother's Day falls on American Mother's Day. So usually we could split it up that way, it makes it a
Mhm.
little bit easier. But in this case, it's literally just all one freaking day. And I know my mom wants to spend time with her mom. And at one point, my mom had made a comment about, oh, I want to do something at my house for Mother's Day. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I mean, would I be there? Yes, I would. I would not let my mom down and I wouldn't let my grandma down. But is that something I want to do for my Mother's Day? No. So it was brought up by one of my cousins about like, yes, you can celebrate your mom maybe on a different day, but if you're actively mothering, you have the littles, you're actively there. You should be able to not feel guilty about trying to please your mother or your mother-in-law or whomever else might be in the picture, uh, because you're the mother right now. And it made sense. And I also watched a TikTok earlier today where there was a mother who her children were older, and she's like, this is life. Like, your children are supposed to grow up. They're supposed to leave the home. They're supposed to make families of their own. She's like, does it hurt me that I don't get them every single day or every holiday? Yes. But it also makes me happy for them. She's like, I have a daughter. She has her kids, or she has a kid, I think. She's like, I want her to celebrate her Mother's Day. I don't want her worried about me. You don't have to worry about getting me anything. You, I was your priority for about 18 years.
Mhm.
Okay. Now you have your own child. I'm no longer your priority. The mother is saying, for as many years as you were my child, a young child, up until maybe you had your own children, you prioritized me for Mother's Day. I was at the top of your list, but now you're a mother. I don't need to be on the top of your list anymore. You are at the top of your list. You do what you want for Mother's Day. You celebrate the way you want to. Do I want a phone call at least? Yes. Don't forget to call me. Do you need to send me something or give me a present? No. Is it nice? Yes. But no, like I'm no longer your priority. There was so many years where we celebrated Mother's Day together, but now you're the mom and I'm happy for you. I want you to celebrate Mother's Day your way. And
Mhm.
I was like, that's so nice to hear, because sometimes it can get kind of overwhelming and I'll just, put myself, out there. For me, it can be overwhelming at times because I'm selfish. Like I said earlier, I'm a brat. It's a Mother's Day. I am actively mothering. I want to do what I want to do. And yes, do I want to spend time with my mom? Yes, but maybe not on actual Mother's Day because then how do I relax and do all these other things? Unless she does it with me, and that's fine.
Mhm.
But if that's not what she wants to do, like I just want to do what I want to do on my day. Okay. And then yes, that might sound selfish and bratty, but it is what it is. But then there's the other dilemma about your husband. Who does your husband prioritize? Because if they still have their mother, and some moms, some older mothers can be very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very attached still to their boys. And they have these big grown mama's boys over here and make it feel like, well, I'm your mother. You should be with me. Like, she didn't birth you. You're right. Thank God for that. That would be gross. But they are the mother of his children.
Mhm.
Like, he is a father because of her, because of their relationship. She should be a priority. His wife, his partner, that's the priority, not the mom. You leave your parents. It's in the Bible and it's just common knowledge. You leave your parents and you go with your spouse. You have your family and you are one. So your mother, yes, you can call her, wish her happy Mother's Day, spend some time with her, but she is no longer your priority. Then if your kids are grown and have their own children, like kind of just like how I mentioned about that lady, they should prioritize their own Mother's Day and their children and their family. They're not prioritizing anyone else. And I think that that's something that we all need to kind of come to a consensus to as women. That way we can actually appreciate Mother's Day and not be stressed out about who am I going to spend it with? Who's going to be upset? Who's not going to be upset? Like, no, it's fine. Celebrate the way you want to. Then we move on to another question. Do pregnant women celebrate Mother's Day? I'm going to make it real clear for everyone. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So if you are a father to be, okay, that means that that baby is still in the womb and it is a Mother's Day. It is that second Sunday in May. I don't care who told you what. Just because you don't see the baby on the outside, there's a baby in there. She is taking care of that baby. She is putting her body and life on the line for
Yes.
your baby, for her baby. She is a mother. You give her a gift. You pamper her. She might not be able to have
Yes.
mimosas, but she can still get her freaking feet rubbed.
Okay. Yes, absolutely celebrate a mom to be. If she's pregnant, I don't care if you found out 3 days before Mother's Day. Celebrate her. Uplift
Hmm.
her. Like Sil said, there's so much that our bodies go through during pregnancy, and just to create that little positive test that you see on the line, you see that positive line is a lot of work. The body is working hard, and it's going to be working hard for so many months to come after that. So celebrate your partner at any time once they get that positive pregnancy test and embrace it. It's a fun time, I
It
feel.
is, yes. So please make sure that you don't let that pass by just because there's not a baby out here for you to hold. There's a baby in there. Make her feel special. Give her a glimpse of what is to come.
Yes. Celebrate her.
Yep. All right, Porras, that is the end of our segment. But before we go, I do want to thank all of the mothers out there, all the mothers who, or all the women who dedicate their lives to children or bonus children. You are seen, you are special, and you all deserve to be celebrated. Thank you for all of your dedication that you put into these little ones out here. Believe me, it does not go unnoticed.
And to all the women that lost their mothers, you have adopted children and you've taken that extra step to become a mother. We see you and we appreciate you. And know that your littles appreciate you and your mothers are looking down on you with a smile on their face.
Remember that you are special in your own rights. Do something that'll make you happy, even if it's going to the movies, buying yourself a little something, or even having a conversation about the ones that you've lost. Keeping them in your memory, keeping their memory alive will help you get through the day. We see you and we love you.
Yes. So thank you again for tuning in to another episode of Pouring in Parenting.
Where sip happens and we pour about it.